so to get really good, you can actually just do this exercise with 2 fingers. Nice and easy, super simple.
Oops. Yeah, not like that. But don't be surprised if you're not floating up and down over that bar, except you won't be using bands. What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. If there's one word that drives me crazy, it's can't. Because whether you believe you can or you can't, you're usually right. And when it comes to pull-ups, guys, you can do more than you're doing right now, even if that means you're doing none at all. And the thing is, I like to always over-deliver in my videos, so what I'm going to show you here today is 4 separate tips that each of them on their own would help you to do more pull-ups today if you use them. Well, what would happen if you actually put them all together? We're about to find out. All right, so right off the bat, one of the most important things about the pull-up is that it actually has a built-in mechanism to allow everybody to start doing more pull-ups by doing pull-ups. See, what I mean is, even if you can't do any pull-ups right now, there's a built-in mechanical drop set to the pull-up. There's 3 parts, right? We know we have to pull ourselves up to the bar. We can hold ourselves at any point, either above the bar or on the way up or down. And then we have to lower ourselves down from the bar too. Now, those require 3 different types of muscle contractions: concentric on the way up, isometric to hold ourselves, and eccentric on the way down. Well, if you can't do any pull-ups right now, meaning you can't do any of the concentric portion of the pull-up, well, you can simply jump up to the bar and hold yourself in whatever position you can, whether it be all the way at the top or somewhere along the way, until you can't hold yourself any longer. And that builds up your isometric strength. And then as you start to lower yourself down, you lower slowly. Don't let yourself just drop. That works to build up your eccentric strength. Well, the nice thing about that is, as you build up both of those, your ability to do a concentric pull-up, the actual pull-up itself, is going to improve as well. So you don't need to be able to do a pull-up right now in order to be able to learn how to do more pull-ups or to build the strength to do so. Now, let's say you're already doing pull-ups. The nice thing about this is this natural mechanical drop set allows you to take any set to and through failure. So do a set to failure concentrically, hop up and hold yourself above the bar isometrically for as long as you can, and then allow for a few negative-only reps by stepping yourself back up to the top and lowering yourself until you can't do that under control. The fact is, this mechanical drop set built into the exercise itself gives everybody a chance to start doing more of them right now. The second tip that you could actually start working on right now is concentrating on how you're hanging from the bar. See, because it matters. If you bend your knees back behind you, you're not hanging right. You see, what you're doing is you're creating an energy leak. And I talked about this before. You need to have stiffness through your entire body in order to do the pull-up right. In other words, you need to plug the energy leaks. And the easiest way to do that is to straighten your legs and put them out in front of you. Point your toes, straighten your knees, squeeze your glutes. Get all the tightness in your lower body so you're creating some rigidity through your torso, which is going to make you feel a lot lighter. And I promise you, you're going to pull yourself up over that bar with so much more ease just by simply doing that. If you're finding the video helpful so far, make sure you remember to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video when I put one out. Now let me get back to the tips. And so that concept of plugging the energy leaks is not just confined to the lower body. As a matter of fact, we have an amazing opportunity to amplify the effect by focusing on what we're doing with your upper body as well. And that means how we grip the bar. Ask yourself, have you ever focused on how you actually grip the bar? Do you just direct the force straight down in order to pull your body up? If you do so, you're missing an opportunity here. What you should do is do 2 things. Not just pull down, but try to pull in at the same time. So think about pulling your hands like this. Now, I understand they're not going to actually slide on the bar and move together at all, but what they will do is create an isometric contraction and an engagement of the chest at the top. Think about it. At the top of an incline bench press, your arms are in this high finished position and your chest is engaged. Well, the same thing can happen here. What it does is it supplies some rigidity to the torso. Think about what we talked about with the lower body. Rigidity, tightness. That's just going to help us to become more stable and pull our body up more efficiently over the bar. When you combine this with a little bit of core contraction in addition to the lower body techniques I already showed you, you're going to start to feel like a feather. And what that means is you're going to start pulling yourself up because you're going to feel a hell of a lot lighter. And so tip number 4 requires that you realize that there's a lot of muscles involved in the pull-up. It's not just the lats. So your weakness or your inability to do as many as you want to do right now could be actually blamed on something else, like one of those other muscles that's not getting or doing its job. So what we have to do is make it do its job. And this will actually apply to even the people that couldn't do any of the pull-ups before, because you can combine this with tip 1 where I talked about that concentric, isometric, eccentric progression. So what you want to do is vary your grip, because each grip is going to provide a slightly different angle of attack in terms of the muscles that are incorporated to do the pull-up. So if I started with an overhand grip and I started fairly narrow, what I'm looking at is actually more activation of the forearm muscles, the brachioradialis the brachialis, and again, this could be the weakness for a lot of people that's hiding their ability to do pull-ups, because maybe your lats are strong enough, but they're being undermined by the weakest link. Or of course, the standard pull-up grip is going to be just outside shoulder width, but again, if that's not your problem, you got to explore something else. If you go incredibly wide like this, you're going to introduce a different muscle called the teres major. And what that does is it gives you a chance to help the lats out. It's actually the lat assistance muscle. So by going a little bit wider, making sure to keep your elbows in front of your body to keep your shoulders in a safe position, you're going to build up this assistance muscle and give yourself a chance to do more. Of course, you can keep the variation going and flip your hands underhand to a chin-up grip, and you're still going to gain benefits as the carryover is usually high to the pull-up. And what we're talking about is, again, going through that sequence. If you go ultra narrow here, you're looking at a little bit more forearm assistance. When we go just about shoulder width, you're looking at the biceps getting involved. And if we go really, really wide here, you're actually going to introduce a little bit of rotator cuff involvement, because you have to get a little bit more externally rotated at the shoulder in order to be able to do this. The bottom line is vary that grip when you're looking to do more pull-ups. Don't just keep doing the one that you like to do or the one that you're really good at. The goal here would be to uncover your weak link. And when you do, I promise you guys, more pull-ups will be in your future. And so there you have it, guys. With those 4 tips, I promise you, you're going to start to see some gains in your pull-ups that you never thought was possible. And the next time you say, I can't,
I fucking can't! Fuck that!
well, I might actually feel like he's feeling inside, but instead of screaming, I'm going to do what I did here. I'm going to offer to help. If you follow these 4 tips, guys, I promise you, you will start doing more pull-ups starting in the very next workout. If you're looking for a workout, guys, I have all of our programs built on the same science and strategies that we put in this video. You can find them over at ATHLEAN-X.com. If you found the video helpful, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. And also, if you haven't done so, make sure you click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video when we put one out. Good luck, guys. I'll see you soon.